Top of it, top of it, top of it. It's your boy, Coach One Stack, man. We tapping in, y'all. And man, it don't get no deeper than this, man. You would think that your boy Puffy would chill out with everything that's been going on. But you know what? He keep rocking the boat. And I'm here to tell you guys, when you keep rocking the boat, man, sometimes you're going to get a little wet. But before I start this video, guys, hey, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You know what to do. It's free. It don't cost you nothing, man. Let me give you guys this content. So, I'm checking out this little stuff about Puffy today. And, he in here complaining that people are trying to delete his life in jail. He thought that he was going to get a pardon by old Mr. Donald Trump, but it ain't happening. So now he's claiming that he's having all these anxiety attacks. The food tastes like rats, so on and so forth, and that people are out to harm him. And he wants a new trial. But what he fails to realize is, people, man, nobody cares about your anxiety attacks. Guys, I suffer from panic attacks, so I know exactly, what he's feeling and what he's talking about. And the thing is, it ain't that he's suffering from panic attacks, it's that he's not getting the drugs that he used to get. Now, I didn't see him in the courthouse, but where I got this video from, this gentleman, has a large channel. He was actually in the courthouse, when Puffy had his trial. And he said that Puffy looks like a shell of himself. And a shell of himself means like, hey man, you just don't look like yourself. You don't have no more dye to dye your beard black, so his beard is white as snow. They said he is super duper thin, and you know why he's super duper thin? Because hey, his body went back to the way it used to be before he was using all those drugs. See, that's the thing, man. He may be locked up, but he is still in some type of way addicted to narcotics, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, he was on crystal, ketamine, ecstasy, booger sugar. He was on everything, but seems like heroin. And you got to understand, in the jail and in these jails, they have certain medications that will not wean you off of the illegal narcotics. It will just attach themselves to the receptor of that certain narcotic, so you just feel even. One of those medications are called Suboxone. That's what they use for people who have opioid withdrawals and things like that, so you don't start going through withdrawals and pass away. But being that he has so many different cocktails in his system, I know that there are certain things out there like that are like Suboxone, that will wean him off different drugs, but that's what his body is going through now. A lot of things that we go through, guys, are just mental. It's not so much in the physical, it's mental things. It's mental things that we're going through. You understand what I'm saying? So what Puffy's going through is just a whole lot of mental stuff. That's all anxiety is, and what a panic attack is. But while he's steady asking and trying to beg to get himself a new trial, he need to really watch himself, because these people could come back and charge him with these machine guns with the serial number that's been obliterated. Guys, that is a automatic 6 years in the feds. And if they run those back to back, 6 + 6 + 6 = 18. That man could end up doing 18 years for that. But see, a lot of people with money, man, they do the most. They think that their money runs the world. And see, Puffy was banking on being out on bail, and that didn't happen. That lets you know that this judge is taking his case extra serious. Okay, now they always say in the courtroom, hey, you know what? You're not going to get any special treatment. But I can tell you right now, Diddy is getting treated very, very special, because never have I seen in my many days people, convicted of transporting a prostitute. That's normally a pimp charge, and that's something that you guys really need to watch. That's a pimp charge, and they normally let these guys out on bail, house arrest, till they go back to get sentenced and they turn themselves in. But here's what you have to look at. With Diddy getting sentenced, what the judge wanted to do, and this is kind of odd, y'all, it rarely, this is the first time I've ever seen this happen, and it should actually happen in every court case, and it would keep a lot of these young black men from getting 30 years over in this courtroom, while somebody for the same thing in another courtroom gets probation. What this judge want the prosecutor and the DA to do is find, I believe it was either 3 or 5 cases just like this, same circumstances, to see what they got sentenced on. And he said that that might be what he would use for the sentencing guideline. But you have to understand, under the Mann Act, that's normally used for black people. Black folks, y'all, that's that pimp charge. And when they giving it, man, and when they catch these pimps out here doing what they do with that Mann Act, let me tell you something, people, they are throwing the book at you. When you dealing with that Mann Act, if you're not familiar with the Mann Act, guys, y'all need to go look it up, because if he being convicted of that Mann Act, guys, that is a pimp charge, and they giving them pimps football numbers. Do you understand me? We talking like 20, 30 plus for violating it. Now, there was a time, when transporting a prostitute, it wasn't a big deal. They wasn't even really tripping off prostitution. But now with all of this, with all of this human trafficking, man, the government is not playing about that stuff. They're looking at, man, these people that do this human trafficking, they look at humans like cattle, like livestock. And that's the same thing with Puffy. They're looking at him like he bringing these prostitutes out here to go pleasure his woman as like livestock. And they just don't play about that kind of stuff. Now, it's crazy how everybody is so judgmental. And a lot of these prosecutors, DAs, judges, they deal in prostitutes, but it's about who gets caught, right? And Puffy, you got caught with your pants down. And in case y'all ain't figured it out by now, it wasn't a case where they were trying to put this man away. He either made so much noise and have done so much and still have so much hanging over his head right now. Guys, he has so much hanging over his head right now. They just want to spank him, but he won't sit back and just take his spanking like a man, which is what he should do. See, guys, I want y'all to answer in the comments. I need 100 comments below. You tell me, is Diddy being a fool for wanting to try to get a new trial and get this trial thrown out? Because by getting that trial thrown out, he could possibly get charged with those machine guns with the obliterated serial numbers that was found in his residence, in his room. That is called constructive possession. Guys, if they find something in your room, you can't, like I'm in one of the rooms of my house. If it's something in here, man, it belongs to me. I can't even argue that fact with the police, and neither can Diddy. So sometimes it's best to leave well enough alone. And then you can't forget that his son, King, actually two of his sons, Justin and King, like they're up under the gun with their own charges. So a lot of stuff that Diddy has going on may even affect his sons down the line. Now, I do feel sorry for his daughters because, but the thing is, who's their mother? Who's their mother? Sources say, allegedly, that their mother might be somebody that was born to a young girl when she was 13 and 14 years old. That's what sources say. That's what Allie Carter has to say. See, y'all forgot about Allie Carter. But hey, y'all, I need y'all to comment. I need y'all to leave in the comments if you think Diddy will get a new trial, and if he is a fool for trying to get a new trial because he can be charged with more stuff. Other than that, guys, hey, man, you already know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm going to drop a couple more videos for y'all before I go to sleep tonight, man. And hey, I just want y'all to make better choices, make better decisions, because one bad decision can change the course of your life or your loved one's life forever. Other than that, man, be safe, have a good night, and stay out of trouble.